to Sue Warr, who's going to be talking about the social case.
Thanks very much. Down a bit, because I'm going to be a shorter person as well. Can everybody hear me? Because I can't hear that that's working. Is it working? Smashing. Okay. I'm Sue Warr. I'm the Programme Manager for Dorset Partnership for Older People Programme. And what I'm going to be doing is giving you a whistle-stop tour of what our programme looks like. Now, on your agenda, I'm badged as the social case, but I want to say two things. Firstly, don't be fooled by the fact that I'm badged as the social case, because the model that we've developed in Dorset very clearly has identified an economic case as well as an environmental case as well. So it's not just about frail little old ladies who like to go and have coffee mornings. The other thing that I'd say as well is don't be fooled by the fact that this is a programme about older people. The model that we've developed, you can equally apply to any part of the population at all. Okay, so what we're working towards? We're working towards inclusion, health and well-being. And in this case, that's aimed at people aged 50 plus, because 50 plus is our definition of old age in Dorset, okay? At that part of the presentation, usually I get people tittering or gasping or falling off their chair or crying. But actually, age is in the mind, isn't it? And it is only a number. I've met some quite fantastic people who are into their 90s, who are leading campaigns about getting bus routes reinstated. Equally so, I've met some people who are in their late 40s who really should be claiming their pension, sitting at home and not coming out into the world. So, how did we get to where we are now? First off, we had some Department of Health funding, which was very good. We had the Department of Health funding under the national programme of POP, Partnership for Older People Projects, as they were then. We were one of 29 programmes who actually received funding after there had been 240 odd applications into the Department of Health over 2 years to actually get their hands on the cash. What this meant was that a £60 million pot of money by the Department of Health was divvied up very differently, different amounts of money between those 29 programmes. 29 programmes had very different interpretations of what they wanted the money for, how they were going to spend it. And what that meant was that we ended up with some POP programmes having a very clear focus about one particular topic, which could be foot care, end-of-life care, care homes. And equally so, at the totally opposite end of the scale, we had Dorset POP, which was all about community capacity building and community development. So, we received £2.4 million over year 1 and year 2. I was actually working in Bournemouth before I was working in Dorset, and what attracted me to this job was that when I went along to the interview, or why I accepted this job, was when I went along to the interview, my now line manager actually said to me on the first day of the interview process that this wasn't about project money. It wasn't about Dorset getting a nice chunk council, and NHS Dorset wanted to continue putting money into this programme because of the direction of travel. The vision of our programme is about building supportive neighbourhoods for older people. It's about seeking that transitional change to the existing ways of working, and it's about focusing on prevention, health, well-being and independence. And as I've already said, our target audience is people aged 50 plus. In the Dorset County Council area, there's a population of 409,000 people. Of that 409,000 people, 179,000 plus are aged 50 plus. And that's because we have the largest number of older people in the country. In Christchurch, we've got the oldest population in Europe. And one of my board members affectionately said that people retire to Christchurch to die and then forget why they went. So, that's the kind of board members I'm dealing with as well. So, we're a game of 5 parts. We are complex, we are big, we are popular, we're innovative. Centrally to absolutely everything, we have a strategic board. There are a majority of older people on our board. There are 4 voting older people compared to 1 representative from Dorset County Council, 1 from NHS Dorset and 1 from Dorset Community Action who represent the third sector. That was totally tactical, and that was something that we brought in, that I brought in from my previous work in regeneration, which is about, if you're having a programme that is focusing on the needs, the wants, the desires, the hopes and aspirations of older people, how on earth can they not be the major decision makers? So older people in the majority on the board. So as far as I'm concerned, because I've always been a bit this way inclined, although Dorset County Council pay my wages, I actually account to that board. So I have a very close working relationship with them. We discuss everything, and the board sets the strategic direction, allocates the budget, etc. And of course, you know, obviously does bits of nitty-gritty of the programme as well. I have a team of 5 community development workers working with me. 3 of those are generic, 2 are specific. I'm going to talk about both of those roles in a minute. But before I do that, I'll just describe very quickly the rest of the programme to you. And in no particular order, there's no hierarchy in our programme at all. The next thing on the slide up there that you see is wayfinders. The role of the wayfinder is paid. It's been contracted out to Age Concern to manage. The wayfinders get paid for 9 hours a week. Their role is about signposting support. So they will talk to people about, my mother wants to go into a care home, give me some details. Where do I get my toenails cut? I'd like to go to a lunch club, join a Tai Chi class, go to an exercise group, join a walking club, get cycling. I'd like to set up a computer club, or I'd like to go to a computer club. Where do I find the information? You will find the wayfinders at GP practices, outside supermarkets, at other people's events. They are the sexiest bit of the programme. And the reason that I say that is because older people, of course, come to them in a time of crisis or confusion, and they get a solution to their problem, which is very practical, it's very immediate. But equally so, partner agencies whose agenda doesn't stretch to be able to provide that kind of information, signposting and support, will ship in our wayfinders to help their business to achieve that. So they are extremely popular in the programme. If you ask people about Dorset Pop, almost their first reaction will be, oh yes, wayfinders, okay?